I thought I'd just share that nice
You started
little.
with a beginner's guide to League
Well,
of
that's
Legends,
fun.
but now
No, I
you're
don't want.
watching pro level tips.
No, I don't want to watch this. I thought it'd be fun to start off with a nice little hype video. I was just trying
Hey,
to find
what's
to
going
see
on?
if
We're gonna
we
be
could
talking about
find.
Baker.
Just trying to see if I could find a good hype video for you guys. Just to start off the evening. Definitely going to get into some analysis tonight. Enemy analysis on these Cleveland Browns that, we are preparing for on Sunday. But yeah, I'm just letting everybody get in here real quick. As people get in, appreciate y'all coming in and joining. Yes, and if you joined the live yesterday, much appreciated. Probably gonna go. I'm gonna be live at least once, or at least 2 to 3 times, more than that, probably like 3 to 4 times a week. So for all of y'all that have joined the live yesterday, much appreciated. Thank you for showing your support. It means a lot to me. So as people are getting in, make sure you pound that like button. That's all that I ask. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers Den on Facebook. Other than that, yeah, we'll get into the enemy analysis here shortly. I'm gonna let some stragglers get in here for a minute. Some late stragglers. So just give me a minute here. I'm gonna also, I might even put. Can I make this a background? Yeah. No, I cannot. But that's fine. All right. Get some music going. Shouldn't be too loud. Yeah, as we're getting some people in here, we will get started. What's up, NFL kid? Yeah, I live in SC. You said you live outside because it shows Commanders. Nah, that wasn't even my video. I was just sharing a nice little hype video. There's a bunch of hype videos on YouTube right now. I was just trying to find a good one for us to watch. But I live in SC, man. Not that far away from Charlotte though. This is from 1 year ago. I'm trying to see something new. The one I found was new, but not as. Oh, there is a Cleveland Browns hype video, which is pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. All right, whatever. We'll get started here in a minute, guys. I'm just letting these people get in. Actually, you know what? I'm going to share my screen though. Wait, yeah, move this. Okay, what is going on? Why is everything lagging? God dang, I'm supposed to have the best Wi-Fi in the world. Apparently. Mark Cooper versus J.C. Horn. Someone tweeted this just now. I just saw this. Mark Cooper versus J.C. Horn. Who wins this week 1 matchup? J.C. Horn does, because you got Jacoby Brissett throwing the ball to him. If it was any other story, we might be talking different, but we're talking about Jacoby Brissett here. All right, let's see here. Share my screen here. Let me know if the music's too loud. If it isn't, then no worries. All right, perfect. All right, so we're already on the depth chart. So one thing I want to go over here with the Cleveland Browns is I took a bunch of notes today, by the way, guys. Like I put some stuff together for you guys. But anyways. So let's look at this depth chart. All right. First thing I want to do here is pull this up. All right, so we got Jacoby Brissett, we got Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, second Amari Cooper, Anthony Schwartz, Donovan Peoples-Jones, David Bell, Demetric Felton. You got David Njoku, Harrison Bryant. Now, they are down to their third string. Their third string center, which is pretty interesting to me. Obviously, both of their first guys, first and second guy are out. Both, I don't know how long these guys are actually out for, though. Let's see how long Nick Harris is out for. He is on the IR, so it's kind of I'd like to know how long he's out for, though. Let's see. May miss a year with knee injury. Okay. All right. Yeah, that is Photoshop. We don't want to see Photoshop. But all right, so we're gonna get to know our foe this evening, is what we are really going over. This whole thing right here is just this. All right. So let's get to know our foe a little bit. All right. So we know that the first week, week one has arrived. All eyes are on, I think, are all on Baker Mayfield, and that's the storyline. There's we all know that Baker's going up against his former team. He's going up against Kevin Stefanski, his old coach, his former running back, Nick Chubb, which apparently Nick Chubb didn't take too lightly about, apparently didn't like what apparently he says, or he said about the Cleveland Browns. Apparently like threw shade at Baker Mayfield. And so, and then apparently Baker Mayfield came out and said that he didn't say those things to that reporter. And so like that whole thing, like, just got blown out of proportion, I think. Nick Chubb was asked about what he expects basically in this matchup with his old quarterback, and Chubb, had some words. Apparently he gave an answer to somebody in Cleveland who's like a writer out there or something. His name's like Tom Withers or something like that. He actually did tweet and said Chubb on what he expects from Mayfield. We all know Baker, so I don't know what to expect. We all know that Baker Mayfield last year had an up and down season, but it was inconsistency plague, I think, at his time with the organization. It seems that something his teammates picked up on as well. I mean, Chubb did state that, you never know what to expect with Baker Mayfield when he's under center, and it's just because he's with a new franchise now. I think that's the reason why he's saying it. I mean, I don't think that means that the aspect of the game has changed, and Mayfield is unpredictable because we're not sure if we're going to get the 2020 Baker Mayfield that we saw, or if we're going to get the one we saw last year. Now, obviously, he was injured, but he's definitely capable of putting up 300 yards and multiple touchdowns. He's also known for throwing multiple picks and logging, subpar 150 yards. But, I think that now that he's fully healthy after, battling injuries last year, I think Mayfield definitely has a chip on his shoulder. I think he's definitely going to try to prove doubters wrong, and particularly the ones definitely in Cleveland. And so I think we're going to see I honestly think we're going to see the Mayfield that's going to be throwing, over 250 plus yards and 2 or 3 TDs. I mean, that's just me. Now, then the Browns coach came out, Kevin Stefanski, claims that Baker Mayfield's knowledge is overrated. And he said this this week. I mean, heading into this week 1 match up against us, so it makes me think that those injuries definitely caused a lot of the problems. Last year, I mean, in all honesty, I think that's the reason why, they moved on from him. The inconsistency. They weren't sure if he was going to, which Baker he was going to be. Now, let me exit out of this real quick over here. Hold on. I'm trying to get it out. There we go. Perfect. All right. So we're out of this now. Now, I brought up some notes for you guys for tonight. Here we go. Make this bigger for you guys. These are some notes I just put together for tonight to kind of go over with you guys a little bit. Now, we all know, I think that Baker Mayfield, this is going to be the whole storyline. I mean, to everyone nationwide, of course. And it's going to draw a lot of attention, like I said here. Now, Panthers winning this game on Sunday against Cleveland, against a backup quarterback, who is Jacoby Brissett, which we all know who he is and what he brings to the table, is to stop Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. I mean, it's simple as that. Just stopping the run is going to be what's key here. Now, there are 7 players I think that are key players that must play well on Sunday, and that's Brian Burns, Derek Brown, Matt Ioannidis, YGM, Damian Wilson, Frankie Louvu, Shaq Thompson. These are the guys that I think that have to play well. Shaq Thompson, you can probably throw in Jeremy Chin as well to help stop the run. This front 7, last year was not the best run stopping front 7. Don't get me wrong, they were pretty good in the past, but they weren't the best at stopping the run. Now, this front 7 has to be better to beat Cleveland. They have to be great to stop this run game. Now, Cleveland is, like we were looking at on the roster, is on their 3rd center. All right. So It all depends on if Ioannidis and Derek Brown can get on the inside, and our linebackers can fill those gaps, right? So, I mean, usually, as we all know, Cleveland's O line is pretty solid. Is a pretty solid group. They lean to the run game. We know that they run the ball a lot, right? We know that they run a lot of play action, especially when Baker was there. We know what the formula that the Browns run under Kevin Stefanski. I think if Carolina wants to start to have success here and go from good to great, they need to hold Cleveland to under 100 yards rushing on Sunday. Now, you got to force Jacoby Brissett to beat you with his arm. And he's a capable backup, don't get me wrong, but he's not a guy that's going to lead a team to the playoffs, you know? And I think Carolina needs to make sure that this game is on, these guys' shoulders, which is Brissett, Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Anthony Schwartz, and David Bell. And to be honest, the question I have for you guys is, does that scare you? Does Jacoby Brissett, Amari Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Anthony Schwartz, and David Bell, do those guys scare you? Now, of course, Harrison Bryant and David Njoku will be part of the passing game, but, Cooper, Jones, Schwartz, Bell versus CJ Henderson, Dante Jackson, and JC Horn. Who has the advantage is the question. Another question I could ask you. Who has the advantage there? Right? I mean, we do, obviously, because we have three corners that are just that damn good. And we have Phil Snow, who's a hell of a defensive coordinator, in my opinion. Which means with those three guys, it allows Phil Snow to draw up some crazy stuff defensively as far as the run blitz and pass rush and all the looks he can throw at Stefanski. Now, so obviously the key to winning this game is stuffing the run. But I'm really going to challenge a certain person on this defense who is a great pass rusher, but he hasn't been very good at stopping the run. I'm just going to be honest. And that's Brian Burns. He's not very good at stopping the run. He's just not. He's a very good pass rusher, but he is not very good at stopping the run. He's just, I haven't seen him do that well, at least in my opinion. But Ioannidis, Derek Brown, YGM, especially those guys have to be stout if Carolina wants to win on Sunday. Now, our linebacking core, though, is the real question mark. Think about it. Since Luke Kuechly left this linebacker core, this linebacking core has been absolutely god-awful, especially at middle linebacker. Now, Jermaine Carter, he was fine last year, but he was just not good enough. I'm sorry. All right. Tahir Whitehead in 2020, non-existent. All right. Damian Wilson, you have to be great. And that's just the bottom line. You have to be great. Frankie Louvu, you have all the opportunity in the world to finally be a starter, and you earned it now. So now you got to go out there and show why you earned the starting position and why you are the starter, right? And then we go down to Shaq Thompson. I'm not necessarily concerned with Shaq, to be honest. I'm not necessarily concerned with Shaq. All right. Now, we all know Jacoby Brissett's getting the start. All right. Deshaun Watson had 11-game suspension, which, means that Stefanski has to put his trust in Brissett. Brissett's 29 years old. We all assumed he was going to take the backup role throughout, which he has done most of his 7-year career in the NFL. And we know that he was definitely this offseason spending a lot of time, building up that chemistry with the offense. Right? And Brissett's efforts have came up with a mixture of results from the offseason. I was looking at his stats. He completed 13 of 23 passing attempts for 109 yards and an interception. In Cleveland, they were playing the Chicago Bears, and they lost to the Chicago Bears 21-20. Now, he didn't lead Cleveland to a touchdown against the Bears, but he set up 2 field goal attempts. And one of them were for 55 yards for their rookie kicker, Cade York, who converted from, apparently Cade York converted from 57 yards out and missed from 58. So, and then let's talk about their like I was talking about their sturdy road game with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. All right. I think it's a fair point to say that Cleveland's elite trio running backs definitely it's caught my attention, and I think it's that's the only bad matchup I see for us. We know that Nick Chubb finished last year he was like the second most productive running back. Now, if you go look at his stats last year, he accumulated over 1,200 yards for over 220 something attempts. Now, he hasn't played any snaps this preseason, but we all know he's not the only capable running back on Cleveland's roster. Like Kareem Hunt and Dearness Johnson have added more options into that backfield for the Browns. And like I said, I think the defense is going to have their work cut out for them on this ground game. And that's why I think that it's going to come down to. Now, the next matchup I don't really like in this game, and that's Myles Garrett going up against our rookie left tackle, Akeem Ekwonu. And Akeem Ekwonu is getting welcomed into the NFL with probably one of the most challenging assignments that he's had, and that's facing this star defensive end, Myles Garrett, week 1. We already know that Myles Garrett is one of the league's most highly regarded defensive threats. And he's coming into his 6th season, probably with a bunch of goals in mind. He has earned, and I don't know if you've seen this recently, but he has earned a preseason attention as one of the players to watch out for that Defensive Player of the Year. Last year? I think it was last year that Garrett set the single season sack record, which was 16 for the Cleveland Browns. And we know that I know he was named to the Pro Bowl for like the 2nd or 3rd straight season. Or maybe it was like 2nd straight season, but 3rd of his career, something like that. And he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. So hopefully, those are only my 2 concerns in this game. Is Myles Garrett going up as Akeem Ekwonu, and our front 7 stuffing the run. Like, out of anything else that I could cut, like I was looking through our roster, looking at their roster, looking how they run their defense, we run our defense, how they run their offense, all this stuff. And it comes down to the fact of the matter that our front 7 has to stop Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. And then it comes down to giving Baker Mayfield time, which is a concern for me with Ike Ekwonu. Now, I'm not going to say that Myles Garrett's going to get a sack on every play or anything like that, but definitely with the fact of the matter, when you've got a rookie going up against an all-pro defensive end in his first NFL game, week 1, it's not really a matchup that you really want to deal with right off the bat. So that's basically, my opinion. Love to hear y'all's thoughts. Kenneth Blair's already in here saying, I want a lot of points scored. Make a statement. 35-14 14 Panthers win. Brown guard the A gap over the center. Bear has to watch out for pressure from his left side. Yeah, I mean, apparently their right tackle too, Jack Conklin, is questionable too. But it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be an interesting game. But we have to start off strong if we want. I think this is actually one of the games. Like, I know this sounds crazy, and I know it's only week 1, but I think this game is going to make or break Carolina's season, like making the playoffs. Like, if you look at our schedule, this game should be a W for us going up against Jacoby Brissett, Amari Cooper, Anthony Schwartz. I mean, these guys that are not that good, Donovan Peoples-Jones, David Bell, those are no name guys, no offense, besides probably, Amari Cooper and David Njoku. But Harrison Bryant, those guys don't scare me. Not when you have CJ Henderson, Dante Jackson, and JC Horn. All right, that's the advantage we have. So if we can stop the run and force Brissett to throw the ball, there's no reason why the Panthers can't win on Sunday. It's simple, as easy as that. Now, easier said than done, though, when you're playing the game. But from my perspective, obviously I'm not playing, but from my perspective, that is the best route for Carolina to win this game. Stop the run, force Brissett to use his arm, and try to force him to beat you with his arm. And I'm not scared of Jacoby Brissett, nor am I scared with their wide receiver core or tight ends. Not when we have the corners that we have in the secondary that we have. This front seven is going to have to stop the run. It's just simple, as easy as that. I'll leave the comment section open for you guys. I'll stay on for a little bit. We can do a little Q&A. I will have my prediction video coming out, not video, but I will be going live with basically giving you my full-blown prediction on what I think is going to happen, and what and then on Sunday I will have my live play-by-play. So I will be live, basically just shooting the shit on there. You could come hang out, shoot the shit with me. Just going to be going, live and just watching the game and kind of just doing a live play-by-play. But yeah. But I'm going to leave the comment section open up for, maybe some questions or some answers, questions, and I can answer some questions that you may have or concerns that you may have. I know last night, I think, was it you, the NFL kid, actually, you're commenting in here right now. You were saying that you wanted my record prediction. I think that was yesterday, but I already gave that out. I said, I think I started a year, and that was before we got Baker Mayfield. No, I did that when we signed Baker Mayfield. I think I ended up with like 10-7, I think I ended it for us for 10-7, but I could be wrong. We can do a little Q&A now. If you're just tuning in, make sure you pound that like button. Appreciate the support. Also, I'll leave it open for leaving the comment section open for a Q&A. Guys, if you're just tuning in, you kind of just missed out on the enemy analysis, getting to know the Cleveland Browns and what I think it's going to take for us to win the game. So this will be posted on the channel, so feel free to go back and watch it. All right. Typing in the chat right now. Feel free to make sure you pound that like button as you're coming in, guys. Much appreciated. If you watched my live yesterday, though, also, I really want to say thank you for the support. Much appreciated. That's always always anything like that, liking, subscribing to the channel. That's all I ask. It's 2 clicks away. And we're already at 2,000 subscribers. So the next 500. So if we get to 2,500 subscribers, guys, I will do a giveaway. I've done home ticket giveaways. I've done Cash App giveaways, Amazon gift card giveaways, jersey giveaways. So if you just subscribe to the channel and we get to that, my goal, then we'll do a giveaway. But I'm gonna leave the comments open for Q&A, like I have it posted right here. So, and guys, if you're just tuning in and you're just coming in on, just make sure you pound that like button for me. And yeah, if you just missed my enemy analysis on the Cleveland Browns, what I think it's going to take for the Carolina Panthers to win on Sunday, this will be posted, so you're more than welcome to go back and watch it. I did start off the stream though with a nice little hype video for you guys. So Adrian Kelly says breakout star for the game is going to be Shi Smith. I'm not sure about that. The only reason why I say that is because he's technically on our depth chart. He is he's like, I'm pretty sure he's 5th, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know if he's going to be able to be a breakout. But he could be. I think he could be a breakout candidate for this year. I think he could be. It's just in this game, I'm not so sure. Just depends on how much play time he gets. That's all it depends on. So okay, he's right behind Terrace Marshall. And then Laviska is right behind Robbie. Rashad Higgins is right behind DJ. Okay. Tommy Tremble is starter. Thank goodness. Wait a minute. Michael Jordan ain't going to start left guard, is he? I thought Christensen was. I mean, at least from the ESPN depth chart, they're saying that. Okay. Giovanni Ricci is, he is questionable. I did not really realize that. He is questionable for this game. And then Eddie Pinheiro, the new kicker, I cannot pronounce his last name. He had a right hip injury, but he's fine, ready to go. So that's good. Is that right? I thought Laviska Shenault took Terrace Marshall, and I thought Terrace Marshall was going to be behind Laviska. Shi was going to be behind Robbie, and then Rashad Higgins was still going to be behind DJ Moore. Okay. I mean, I thought that was the case, but I guess I'm wrong. And okay, so Chuba's the backup, or is Deontay Foreman the backup? Because I thought Deontay Foreman took the backup role behind Christian, but okay. Maybe maybe I'm just thinking of my prediction, but that's fine. Whatever. Yeah, I'm just leaving the comment section open, guys, for you guys to, comment. And let me see how many likes we got on this video. First off, though, how many likes we got? We got 12. Make sure you're all coming in and pounding that like button. Leave in the comment section for you guys to send some questions and answers. Sorry if you are tuning in late. I've already gone through the enemy analysis for the Cleveland Browns and kind of give you my thoughts on on what I think it's going to take for Carolina to beat the Cleveland Browns. And just to give you basically a few tips, just reiterate what I said. We all know the storyline is going to be about Baker. This whole week 1 matchup is all about the storyline is going to be about Baker Mayfield going against his former team that just basically threw him off to the side, which we all know that that's how a lot of people feel and how he feels. The key to this game for us is forcing Jacoby Brissett to throw the ball, stop Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb. I think 7 players that we need to who need to play very well on Sundays: Brian Burns, Derek Brown, Matt Ioannidis, YGM, Damian Wilson, Frankie Louvu, Shaq Thompson. You could probably throw in Jeremy Chin in there as well to help stop that run game. This front 7 has to be better, and to beat Cleveland, they have to be great on Sunday to stop this run game. Now we all know that Cleveland Browns are down to their 3rd team center. And we all know that the Cleveland Browns offensive line is pretty solid group. They lean on the run game, right? But we know that they run a lot of play action when they had Baker Mayfield. We know the formula that the Browns run under Stefanski. If Carolina wants to start being one of those teams that are having success and are going to the playoffs and going from good to great, they need to hold Cleveland Brown under 100 yards rushing on Sunday and force Jacoby Brissett to beat you with his arm. He's a capable backup, but he is not a guy that's going to lead a team to the playoffs. He's just not going to. And Carolina needs to make sure that this game is on these guys' shoulders, which is Brissett, Cooper, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Anthony Schwartz, and David Bell. And I was asking everybody earlier, so some of you are just joining in and didn't get to listen to this earlier. I was asking people earlier, does that lineup scare you? Does Jacoby Brissett scare you? Does Amari Cooper scare you? Does Donovan Peoples-Jones scare you? Does Anthony Schwartz scare you? Does David Bell scare you? Now, we know, of course, Harrison Bryant and David Njoku will be part of this passing game. But does that scare you? Do those guys actually really scare you? The only person I could say that actually scares me because he's actually a good route runner is Amari Cooper. But when you are thinking of our defense, so you have, like I said, Cooper, Jones, Schwartz, Bell. Then you have versus CJ Henderson, Dante Jackson, J.C. Horn. Who else could I throw in there? Xavier Woods. I mean, even Jeremy Chin in the passing game, no. The advantage definitely goes to us, all right? Because we have 3 corners that are just that damn good. All right. We all know that. J.C. Horn's going to be a breakout star. Dante Jackson got paid. We know he's going to step up after getting a nice contract. Well, I hope so. And I know that C.J. Henderson hasn't really technically broke out yet, and he could also be a breakout star. And when you have 3 good corners like that allows Phil Snow to draw up some crazy stuff defensively as far as the run blitz, pass rush, and all the looks you can throw at Stefanski when you have those kinds of guys like that on your defense. Now, obviously, the key to winning this game, again, is stuff in the run. And I'm really challenging in this game is Brian Burns. Yes, he is a great pass rusher. Don't get me wrong, okay? But he has not been very good at stopping the run. I'm going to be honest here. All right. If we're going to go look back if you go back and look at film, I'm not saying that he can't do it. It's just that he hasn't done it. All right. But Ioannidis, Brown, Gross Matos, especially those guys have to be stout if Carolina wants to win on Sunday. Our linebackering core, though, I think is the true question mark, right? I mean, think about it. Since Luke Kuechly left this backing core, it has been absolutely god awful, especially at middle linebacker. Jermaine Carter Jr., he was fine last year. Not good enough, in my opinion. Tahir Whitehead, you've been better off throwing Casper the Ghost out there. Damian Wilson, you have to be great. And that's just the bottom line. Frankie Louvu, you have all the opportunity in the world to finally be a starter. You earned the starting position. Now you have to show us why you earned that starting position. Shaq Thompson, I'm not necessarily concerned with him. And then the only other matchup that I don't like is the only other matchup I don't like is the Akeem Aquana versus Myles Garrett. That's the only thing. But if we can give Baker Mayfield enough time and our defense steps up and stops the run, then I don't see why Carolina can't win this game and then get some momentum going into this season. So that's just a little recap of what I explained earlier in the video. I was just giving another recap just because maybe some people were coming in and might have missed out. But guys, I am going to be going live again this week, giving you my prediction of the, what I think, basically what I think is going to happen. I'll give you my score prediction, kind of give you another little preview. So I'll give you a little preview, prediction, give you my score prediction, and yeah, I'll be live. And actually, I might be teaming up with even for this video, I might be teaming up with a Cleveland Brown YouTuber, fellow YouTuber. We are working out the details right now. I'm trying to figure out when I can get together with him. I am a busy man with my current, like my first job. This one's kind of technically, I guess you could say, a hobby or second job, but whatever. Appreciate everybody coming in and joining the live. Appreciate everybody pounding that like button as they come in. Much appreciated. But I'm gonna leave the comment section open for a nice Q&A. So feel free to comment and give me a questions and answers to finish off the night. I'll stay on for about another 15 minutes. Let's see if there's anything else going on Twitter while I wait for you guys to comment. Who will win? All right, who will win MVP? Josh Allen, Tom Brady, or Aaron Rodgers? J.C. Horn played in 3 games in 2021. Receptions allowed were one interception. The forecast for the kickoff on Sunday, it looks like rain. It's not looking good, by the way, guys. Weather-wise for this game, is saying that it could be could be a rainy day, but that's a long way from, obviously that's a couple days from now. So we'll see what happens. Apparently Baker Mayfield wants something to happen before the kickoff. He wants Nick Chubb to give him a big hug, and just to hear him say a word would also be nice. So interesting. Let's see what else we got going on here. Not much going on on Twitter right now. A lot of people are posting up their playoff predictions though. All right, guys. Well, if no one's gonna do any questions in the comments, I will probably just log off. I appreciate everybody coming in. Be on the lookout for more video or more live streams. Just gonna be going live. I'm not gonna be posting much videos anymore. I'm just gonna come live. It's just super easier with my schedule. Definitely gonna be, like I said, there's gonna be a preview prediction live stream again this week. It's either gonna be tomorrow or Friday, possibly Saturday, but then for sure on Sunday there will be a live stream play by play. I will be live doing a live play by play against for the Carolina Panthers game. So appreciate everybody coming in. Make sure you pound that like button on your way out if you haven't already. And as always, guys, keep pounding.